So, many of you may have thought at some point, what's the point of going out of blocks at the beginning of races? I've done track for 5 years, so I've done ins and outs, I've thought through it, and I've had talk with many coaches about it. And I'm here to tell you what's important in just 3 steps. And the 3 steps are going to be on your marks, get set, and go. First one is on your marks. We call it that because it's always at the beginning of the race. So first you figure it out by falling forward. Whichever one catches you is going to be your starting foot. So in this case, it's my left, so my left will be my lead leg coming out of the block. In this case, I don't have the block with me, but I do have weights to prop my feet up, just in case. And this was said by Noah Lyles, that your front one will actually be their more explosive one. And so first, we'll position our feet using the 2 feet. So first, your front of the block will be using 1 foot. Then from there, you'll go 2 feet from that, and your toe should be just about hitting this front one, so we'll go here. And then you can just slide it over and add 1 more foot. So here's my 2 spots. And then whenever you're in this right here, keep your feet up off the ground as much as possible, and to get your hands aligned perfectly so that your pointer finger is straight, aligned with your thumb right behind that line. Then is a get set position. To do this, I'm going to have to set my note cards down. In the get set position, you are going to be here, and once you're there, your hands are going to be just about 90 degrees. Your front foot is going to be about 90 degrees. In this case, I'm going to come up in the 40-yard dash version, which you commonly see in football. But in the 40-yard dash version, their one hand is up, 90 degrees in their front leg, and about 120 in their back leg. And make sure when you're in this spot, you can relax, take a deep breath, and then once you're in that next phase, you're going to explode. And your next phase is going to be the go phase. In the go phase, you're going to want to take a deep breath as much as possible right before. In the set, you're going to take a deep breath. And then you're going to explode out with about 90%, which was said by Outperform Sports. They got the exact measurement of the most optimal power, and it would be 90%, so about here. By going at 90%, as you can see, I pushed off a little bit with my back foot, which sent that back one flying. You don't necessarily want to do that because that only gives you about 10% of the amount of power that you want. In my front foot, I didn't do very much, so that's why this one didn't go flying. I sent it almost all with my back foot, and that's not the most optimal way. But by keeping that 90, that's also the most optimal position, because as you get lower, similar to a squat position, you also get the most explosive power. And by doing that, you'll have the best block starts possible, and it'll just be easier for you to get out and get faster. You may even be able to start races better than a lot of your competitors that have been doing track for even longer. And if you've been doing track for a while, you may even just have a better chance at winning races that you previously didn't have chances in. That being said, there's 3 stages that that are really important. The first stage is get set, where you're figuring out your feet placement and how far back your blocks are. Or that's the on your marks. The get set is when you finally get your butt into the air and figure out the exact angle of your leg. And then your go is driving out as hard as possible, or not as hard as possible, at 90%, and then getting your head down and then driving out. Next time you guys come out of blocks, use this, or if anyone needs any information on it, you can use this to help you figure it out. Please go try this next time you can. Thank you.